Today I want to share with you my top tips for frugal living. My first tip would be to don't shop. Whether that's browsing online or browsing at the stores, only shop and only browse around when you really need something. Also, when you do need something, make a list of the things that you need and be really specific. For example, I want a used laptop for $400. That way you don't end up buying things that you actually don't really want and that you weren't really looking for in the first place. My second tip would be to buy secondhand. I made secondhand my default. When I need something, I first look secondhand. Where do I look? I ask friends and family. I look online on sites such as Craigslist or eBay or Amazon even. And should I not find something secondhand, I go to a company that I trust and buy something new. But in most cases, I do end up finding what I'm looking for secondhand. Sometimes it simply takes a bit of patience. My third tip would be to get a library card. I got rid of all my books about 2 years ago and I haven't bought a book since. I get all my books from the library and most libraries are free, and those which aren't free charge you either a monthly or a yearly fee to get books. Exercise for free. Exercise doesn't have to cost you any money. I started a home practice and I've been loving it, and I have been doing it for over 6 months, I must say. And doing a home practice, going hiking, going running are free activities that get you sweating and that you can do everywhere. Eat a plant-based diet rich in fruits, nuts, seeds, vegetables. It will save you money. It's better for your health, which in the long term will save you money on your doctor bills. And it's simply a lot better for you. My sixth tip would be to not drink. I choose not to drink for health reasons. And not only is it kinder to my wallet, it's also much better for my health. Tip number 7 would be to make it yourself, whether that's furniture or beauty products or even makeup. Most things can be made with the help of a couple tutorials and with getting a couple things from a craft store, beauty supply store or hardware store. It's really easy, it's more fun, you can engage your kids, you can make it a big project, and I really enjoy making things from scratch and myself. Tip number 8, stop paying ATM fees. This wasn't an issue in the UK, in Germany or in Austria, but it would have been an issue here in the US because almost all the ATMs that are not from your bank are going to charge you a fee. I don't pay any ATM fees. I'm with Charles Schwab, and at the end of every month I get all the ATM fees reimbursed. And most months that's between $15 and $30. I simply got a debit card at Charles Schwab. It's free and I don't pay any ATM fees. Tip number 9, get a cheaper phone plan. I've only ever had prepaid plans, meaning I pay on a month-to-month basis and there is no contract. Or don't pay a monthly amount for your phone, simply go buy it. I bought my most recent phone used and absolutely love it. Tip number 10, cut your own hair. I just started doing this recently. Previously, I managed to get haircuts for $10, and the places that I went to wouldn't even take tips. They would give the tip straight back to me because they simply didn't accept any tips whatsoever. Here in New York City, I wasn't able to find a place that would cut my hair for $10, which is why I switched to cutting my own hair. I always know that it's 100% cruelty-free because I know exactly what I'm using. And that is something that I was struggling with because I had difficulty finding an affordable hair salon that was using vegan products. Then switch to a minimalist wardrobe. You don't have to limit yourself to a certain color scheme, but simply choose a selected amount of items that you keep and that you care for, this not only results in less time spent shopping and looking for clothing and thinking what to wear, this also results in having to do less laundry. And who wants to do a bunch of laundry? No one, exactly. Tip number 12, find free entertainment. I love hiking, I love doing yoga at home, and I love walking. And most of these activities, most of the time, are either free of charge or incredibly inexpensive. So choose activities that you love doing that don't cost a lot of money. Let go of what you don't need is tip number 13. I am a huge believer of simply letting go and donating what you don't need. If it's worth selling, I sell it. And if it's worth donating it, I donate it. Either scenario makes me really happy because I either get money or I get to see someone being genuinely happy about what they have been given. Eat out less is tip number 14. A lot of people will say, oh, but where's the fun in that? I personally prefer cooking with friends together, either at my place or at their place, or having potlucks. It's more intimate. Make eating out a special occasion. I grew up doing that. I still do it. Lounging around, cooking something and talking with friends and family is something that I absolutely love doing. Tip number 15 is stop buying on impulse. When you need something, make a list. Don't just go out shopping. When I do go grocery shopping, I go with a list. And if I see something that I want that's not on the list, I make a note of it. And if I still want it the next week or 2 weeks from that day, then I'll get it. But in most cases, I will have forgotten about it altogether and don't get it. Having a list really, really helps. Tip number 16 would be go with a smaller space. Whether you're looking to buy or rent a place, doesn't matter. Either way, you will have a certain amount of money that is available to you to either buy a place or rent a place. I usually ask myself, how much space do I need? And then I look at how much money I need to have in order to get the space that I need. Plus, living in a smaller space means less clutter, hopefully, otherwise you're literally drowning in clutter, and less cleaning, and less repairs. And who wants to repair and clean all the time? I sure don't. Plan your purchases. I know this might sound ridiculous, but for the past 2 years, at the end of every year, I would make a list of things that I probably need to get the next year. I usually make a list at the end of every year of the items that I want, in which condition I want them, used, new, and the price that I would be willing to pay for the item. And that way I know well ahead of time what I will need, how much money I need to set aside for those items, when I should be buying those items, and it also allows me to look for deals. You might now say, oh, but I don't know what I'm gonna need next year. Well, I usually go through all my possessions and simply look at, oh, what needs replacing. This pair of jeans has a bunch of holes. It cannot be repaired. I will most likely need a new pair next year. Or this laptop I had for 10 years, I will most likely need to have it replaced next year. Or I want a lighter laptop. I should replace it next year. Those are all questions that you can ask yourself for various purchases. And ever since I've done that, not only has it saved me a lot of money, but it also has made me more focused, and I found really amazing deals on items that I truly needed. Tip number 18 is drink water. I know, what a tip. That's a tip, what? I drink tons of water. I don't drink coffee. I hardly ever drink tea. If I do drink tea, I drink tea without caffeine. I hardly drink juices. I hardly buy juices. If I do drink juices, then homemade juice. I know lots of people who drink plenty of soda, plenty of coffee, like cup of the cup of the cup. I would say ditch the coffee, ditch the soda, stick to water, stick to juices that you make yourself, stick to smoothies. Tip number 19 is a big one. Surround yourself with like-minded people. I used to have friends and our hobbies would be to go shopping every other weekend. And ever since I switched to a minimalist lifestyle, my friends too have changed. There are lots of local meetup groups. You can actually meet those people face to face that share similar interests, and that will help you in your journey. Tip number 20, share the love. I could talk about frugal living and saving money all day, every day. It's something that brings me great joy, and if being asked about it, I of course love to talk about it. If you are into frugal living, saving money, investing, and all of that, then by all means share it with the world. Make a YouTube channel, write a blog post about it, share it with your friends and family. Don't just keep the fun for yourself. That's it. That's the video. I hope it wasn't too long. I had to talk really fast, faster than usually. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you are enjoying a frugal life and what your number one frugal tip would be. I would love to hear from you as always. Have a lovely day and see you guys next time.